I'm with Dr. Karen Threlkel, and we are in the kind of a detox room, so to speak, and this machine right here is what?
It's a far infrared sauna, and the reason I have it is because I feel that this is the one method that you can truly use to get healthy. We can take lots of supplements, lots of herbs, lots of medicines, we can change our lifestyle and our diet, and all that's great, depending on the circumstances and whatever's appropriate for you, but it may not necessarily get to the root cause of what's making you feel sick. And what I mean by making you feel sick can be anything from just feeling a little bit under the weather, just not as much energy as I had 10 years ago, or to actually having something like cancer. And so for a lot of these questions, people will do laboratories, they will see doctors, alternative practitioners, a number of different things to pursue. Often we don't find a really good conclusive answer as to why they're feeling sick. You might find that you're having some adrenal fatigue, or your thyroid isn't working well, but you always have to ask, well, why? Why isn't my body working well?
So what does this do?
This actually cleanses the body in the most efficient way that I have ever found. It's far infrared, which is a wavelength of light, so that means it can actually penetrate 1.5 to 2 inches into the body. So it really gets down to the cellular level, which is different from a traditional sauna. Traditional sauna, it's great because it makes you sweat, and yes, that's the point, but it's almost more like a superficial heat. It doesn't really drive into the body, it just causes you to sweat. And traditional saunas in general are about 200 degrees. You only really should stay in there about 5 or 10 minutes. Some people can stay longer, but you do run a risk of dehydrating unless you're really careful. And it can be actually more fatiguing to do that. So with far infrared, it's much more gentle. You don't take the temperature as high because you don't need to. You only go to about 130 degrees. You stay in for 30 minutes. So you do stay in longer with far infrared, but you can because it's more gentle. And so you have more time to detoxify on the cellular level. And that's the point. This gets down to the cellular level.
Detox on the cellular level. And how often would just an average person use something like this in their wellness program?
You can use it every day if you can tolerate it. If people are really toxic due to taking on too many environmental toxins, or even some people have genetic mutations in their liver that don't allow them to detoxify as efficiently as other people, they might have to go slower. So you would probably start off with a low amount of time and temperature anyway, and gradually work your way up into the highest degree, which is 130 degrees for 30 minutes. That's where I take my patients to.
Awesome.
And the other difference is you actually get into the sauna and warm your body up with it. So you don't get in at 130 degrees. You get in at 98 degrees body temperature, and you gradually customize yourself to the heat and the time.
All right, cool.
So it's a very nice, natural, tolerable way to detoxify, and it's very efficient.
Sure. Well, I'm excited to try it.
Yeah, so you can use it every day or once a week, whatever works for you.
All right. Great.